fellow Cameroonians, my dear compatriots. Today, I want to address you on the state of our nation. There have been a series of events that has affected the state of our security of recent. The first being the issue of Boko Haram, and the second being the xenophobic attack in South Africa. We have lost a lot of troops who fought relentlessly at the forefront for our sake. I want to take this moment to appreciate all our troops for the effort they have put in place to safeguard our national integrity. They have fought relentlessly to ensure that our security is guaranteed. There is absolute need for us to express gratitude for their sacrifices. Away from security, I want us to look at our political atmosphere in the country. Since we attained our independence, we have had two heads of state. We had the former president, His Excellency Amadou Ahidjo, may his soul rest in peace, who was succeeded by the current president, His Excellency Paul Biya. I must say to you, frankly, it is a challenge to our democracy that after 50 years of independence, we can boast just of two heads of state. This is not a good message. We have surrendered our fate in the hands of a few individuals. Fellow youth, this message goes directly to you. When we were born and raised, we were told, youth, you are the leaders of tomorrow. Some 32 years after, we are being reminded, youth, you are the leaders of tomorrow. So the question is, when is tomorrow? Can we wait to be given power? Where is our destiny? What is keeping us behind? We all have resorted to the blame game, pointing at fingers to the government, to the head of state, and to individuals. This is not helping us. We the youth, we need to stand out and take the challenge. We are not contributing in nation building. We need to get engaged in political affairs of our country. Nobody takes power on a platter of gold. You go for it. Fellow youth, this is our time. This is the generation that was meant to effect change in Cameroon. Let us wake up from sleep. Let us wake up from slumber. We need to stand up to the test of time. We need to prove ourselves. We need to take over the challenge. Cameroon PaceSetters Association is an organization I founded for us the youth. It's a platform for us to empower ourselves politically, economically, socially, culturally. We need to nurture our talents. We need to project our ideas. We have been dormant for a very long time. I want to use this opportunity to challenge us, the youth. It is time to rise up. We are not rising up with arms. We are not rising up for war. We are rising up to take over responsibility. We are rising up to contribute in nation building. We are rising up to take over our destiny. Who we were destined to be, that is what we want. Fellow Cameroonians, I must tell you, the current regime has failed us in many ramifications. We have had a head of state for 32 years in power. This is not a good message. This is not a good example. If we stand and preach democracy, we should practice democracy. It shouldn't exist only in theory. The CPTM party has been integrated as part of the government. We need to have a clear distinction between a political party and a government. A government does not belong to a party. A government belongs to the people. The regime has proven to us, if you do not belong to the ruling party, you have no place in the country. This is sad. Our youth are unemployed. The recent report from the World Bank puts unemployment rate of the youth at 70%. This is not a good signal. We cannot talk of economic growth. We can't talk of an emerging economy when we cannot provide jobs for the youth. Each year we produce about 8,000 graduates from our state universities. Relatively, there are lesser jobs than 1,000. Where do you keep 7,000 unemployed youth each year? Most youths have resorted to fleeing out of the country in a bid to seek for greener pastures. This is incorrect. This is leading to brain drain. This is pulling back our economy. Again, in relation to our economic growth, we are poorly industrialized. A country like us, which is supposed to be one of the richest in the sub-Saharan Africa, we depend solely on agriculture. This is not good for our growth. We have poor infrastructures. We have poor road network. Low level of technical know-how. Yet there is absolute brain drain each year. But what can we do? We need not sit and complain all the time. This is the time for us to come out and take up the challenge. Elections are upcoming. What are you doing as a youth to make sure your voice is being heard? Will you sit back and complain as usual? Will you come out to take up the challenge and lead your people? Youths, we need to come together for a better future. This is our time. There is no longer tomorrow. The tomorrow is today. You need not blame the government. You need not blame the head of state. We need to blame ourselves. For we are failing our own very selves. Fellow comrades, when you look at the situation of the southern Cameroonians, you will agree with me that they have a genuine cause. We got engaged in a marriage that wasn't for better or for worse. This marriage was meant for better. There has been high rate of marginalization, high rate of injustice, The Anglophones have been sidelined in the BR regime. These people are crying for salvation. They have a just cause. It is either you call them on a common table, you dialogue with them for a way forward, or better still, go in for a referendum and prove them wrong, because they have a just cause. For how long will you keep locking up people when they stand up to ask for what is rightfully theirs? You keep suppressing citizens with a standby military. This is no peace. This is fear. Cameroonians live in fear. Cameroonians live in chains. Please, we need freedom. We need freedom of speech. We need the right to be heard. As to our parliament, the Senate, it is lamentable. It is regrettably embarrassing. You are voted to represent your people. You sit in parliament, you adopt laws that comes from the presidency. You as a lawmaker, you do not make laws. Of what importance are you? You have all proven us to be fake. We have lost confidence in you all. There is no lawmaker in Cameroon. There is none. You go there to clap your hands, to get your package, and to go back home. You develop your household, your family in the name of your people. Enough is enough. The people, the masses need water, pipe-borne water. The masses need farm-to-market roads. The masses need electricity. For how many years will you keep them in darkness? These are basic needs. In modern times, in the 21st century, your people cannot be suffering from. I am calling on the government. I am calling on the state. You need to readdress the current state of events in the country. You need to readdress the issue of unemployment. You need to reshape the educational system. We need professionalization of the educational system. We need efficiency. Looking back at corruption, of course, we have made headlines when it comes to one of the most corrupt countries in the world. Recent reports from Transparency International indicate there has been some improvement. And I must decry the situation is not getting better. We need to intensify the fight against corruption. CONAC has more to do than what it seems to be doing. There are still many loopholes. Fellow Cameroonians, I will not take much of your time. These are not political campaigns, but as it is said, it is evil to sit and watch evil being done and you do nothing. I have taken upon myself the responsibility of reawakening the youth. Those who seem to be blind in broad daylight, open your eyes. It is high time we call a spade a spade. We should stop living in fear. We should stop living in chains. We live in a free world. Fellow youth, please take your position as nation builders. We need to come together and join hands to guarantee a brighter future for us, for our generation, and for more generations to come. Let our names be written in history as the proponents of a new Cameroon. It is our place, it is our duty It is our responsibility. Our parents will not do it for us. Their time has passed. Their time is gone. This is your time. This is my time. This is our time. Let us join hands and build our nation. A word to a wise is sufficient. Thank you very much for listening. Stay blessed. God bless you.